Hello students, welcome to another lesson presented by the Learning Depot. I'm Lulu Shaw. In today's lesson, we will learn about perfect tenses of verbs. In previous lessons, we've learned about other tenses of verbs, but we've learned that in the English language, we use a variety of tenses to explain the nuances of time. Sometimes we need to be specific and indicate whether an action or condition has been completed. And this is what the perfect tense does. When we use the perfect tense, we are indicating whether the action or condition has been perfected or completed. In today's lesson, we will learn about the present perfect tense. Let's begin. The present perfect tense shows that an action has taken place in the past once or many times before now.
In other words, the present perfect tense denotes a connection between the past and the present. The present perfect tense shows that the action or condition has been perfected or completed up to the time of speaking. When using the present perfect, the exact time when the action or condition happened does not matter, because we are not being specific about when that action happened. Therefore, when using the present perfect tense, we do not use specific past time expressions such as yesterday, 1 year ago, last week, when I was young, when I lived in California, at the moment, that day, or one day. However, we can use unspecified adverbs of time such as ever, never, once, before, always, just, since, already, yet, and other time expressions such as many times, so far, several times, today, this year, this week, this day, this moment, and prepositional phrases beginning with for. The present perfect tense is used to describe an experience, to talk about the duration of something that started in the past and is still happening now in the present, to talk about change that has happened over a period of time, to say that an action which we expected has not happened yet, and in this case we often use the word yet, to describe a recent action, to show that an action has taken place once or many times before, or to show accomplishments. To form the perfect tense, we use a verb form called a participle. For the perfect tense, we will use the past participle. And to make the present perfect tense, we will use a compound verb form by using the present tense of have or has, plus the past participle of a verb. To make the present perfect with the pronoun I, we would say, I have arrived. With the pronoun you have arrived. With the pronoun he, she, or it, he has arrived, she has arrived, it has arrived. With the pronoun we have arrived. And with the pronoun they have arrived. Remember that the present perfect tense shows a connection between the past and the present. It is used to make it clear that an action or event has taken place once or many times before now. Let's look at some sentences where we use the present perfect tense. Note that there will be some overlap on these depending on the context of the action or condition. Let's look at the present perfect to describe an experience. Jane has baked a pound cake. Have you ever baked one before? I have never baked a pound cake. In this example, we see the adverbs never to form the negative, the adverb before to indicate a particular time or action in the past, and the adverb ever, meaning always or at any time. Notice that the sentence in the form of a question is an inverted form. All these sentences are describing an experience. Let's go on to talk about the duration of something that started in the past and is still happening now in the present. We have been friends for 20 years. Tim has worked at the coffee shop since 2015. She has been sick since Tuesday. Notice in the first sentence the use of the preposition for 20 years. And in the other sentences, the adverb since. These three sentences show that something started in the past and it is still happening now at the time of speech. Let's look at the present perfect to show change that has happened over a period of time. English has become a global language over the last 10 years. In this example, you see the prepositional phrase over the last 10 years. The children have grown so much since the last time I saw them. Again, the adverb of time, since, is used in this sentence. Let's go on to see an example of the present perfect tense to show an action which we expect to happen, but has not happened yet. Oftentimes, these sentences are in the negative form, like in this example. We haven't been to the Grand Canyon yet. Notice that in this sentence, we are indicating that we expect to go at some time in the future because of the word yet. Also notice that the verb have and the adverb not are in the form of a contraction. We could say, we have not been, but oftentimes we use the contracted form, we haven't been to the Grand Canyon yet. Let's look at another example. Have you seen your grandson yet? This sentence again shows the subject in inverted order, the verb before the pronoun, and we use the word yet, indicating that the action we expected has not yet happened. Let's go on to use the present perfect to describe an action that happened recently. And in this example, you will use the adverb just. I have just finished the jigsaw puzzle. They have just arrived at the airport. Let's go on to see the present perfect used to show that an action has taken place once or many times before. I have texted you 12 times since this morning. Again, notice the adverb showing the relationship between the past and the present. You haven't answered any of my text messages. In this sentence, you can see the contracted form of have not. We have always met at that coffee shop for lunch. Again, showing a recurring action. And lastly, we can use the present perfect to show an accomplishment. Herman has graduated with top honors. Scientists have discovered a cure for many types of cancers. In all of these examples, we can see the connection between the past and the present. When we use the present perfect tense, the actions or conditions started at an indefinite time in the past and continued to the present time. These actions or conditions were completed or perfected up to the time of speaking, or now.
In today's lesson, you learned about the present perfect tense. You learned that the present perfect tense is used to show actions that happened once or many times before now, the actual present. Make sure to go back and review the parts of the video that you did not understand, and if you have questions or comments, leave them below and I'll make sure to answer them. And if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.